there is one aspect of African phenotype that cannot be faked, confused, or misattributed in any way, and it is that of the hair, and this study shows it elegantly. Struhal's study, conducted in the 1970s, focused on analyzing the hair of pre-dynastic Egyptians. Using a trichometer, he measured the minimum and maximum diameter of the hair shafts. The study found that the hair indices of pre-dynastic Egyptians ranged from 35 to 65. This index is a measure of the cross-sectional diameter of hair strands, which can indicate hair texture. The indices suggested that the hair texture of these ancient Egyptians was very kinky. This finding is significant as it provides insights into their physical characteristics and potentially their genetic ancestry. To put these findings in context, modern human hair averages are between 60 and 110 micrometers, with lower numbers indicating kinkier textures. Sub-Saharan African hair, known for its kinky texture, averages around 60 micrometers, European hair averages around 71 micrometers, and East Asian, including Chinese, hair averages around 83 micrometers. Therefore, the hair texture of the pre-dynastic Egyptians, with indices 60 and below, are unmistakably in the family of sub-Saharan Africans. And with that kinky hair, they engaged into a whole lot of hairstyles. Here is a clip from Mr. Monologue to better describe it.
In his 2008 study, Jeffrey Tazzi acknowledges the importance of Egyptian hair in the portrayal of social and class status, stating, "Hairstyles were used as a means of displaying status. An institutionalized canon for hairstyles was established, coinciding with the creation of administrative institutions. These codified hairstyles continue to serve as the norms for identifying members of the administration or signs of authority." Tassi acknowledges 6 major styles used consistently for ethno-trichological distinction from the pre-dynastic to the Middle Kingdom. These styles are shaved, which is basically bald; cropped, which Africans identify as a shape-up; short round and curly, which is essentially an afro; the tiled style, which is short twists, and the bob, which is slightly longer twists, are found commonly amongst the Afar tribe of Ethiopia. The shoulder-length bob, which is long twists, can be found amongst the Maasai of Kenya. And finally, the tripartite style, which is full-length twists or individual locks of thin to medium size, is a universal African trend. Other styles acknowledged are the globular, the swept-back, the side plait, and the duplex buffant plaited, which are all basically variations of these aforementioned styles. The hairstyles used by the Kemetic infantry and villagers, which you will find in widespread use amongst the Oromo. This hairstyle is essentially a flat-topped afro. So, as you can see, it is patently obvious that all hairstyles seen in ancient Egypt are only achievable naturally with curly African or Afro hair texture, hence the Eurocentric dependence on the unsubstantiated claim of widespread wig use. You will note a total inability to cite any remotely Asian, Eurasian, or non-African hairstyles throughout dynastic Egypt. This fact remains a troublesome inconvenience for modern dissenters of the obvious African origin of Nile Valley civilization.
It may in fact be that people have been so bombarded with fake images of Kemet and fabricated narratives of ancient Egypt that they have now incorporated these lies into their reality. But just as there is a renaissance happening in Africa, there is also a renaissance happening in the mind of all Afro descendants. This newfound life passes through the inevitable cataracts of history, one where we liberate the next generation from psychologically damaging historical theft that has caused many in our community to believe that our ancestors did not contribute meaningfully to history.